Hello Cougars, I'm Caroline Okada.
And I'm Jordan Beely. Welcome to our first newscast of
KGRS.
Recently, a new game hit the shelves, Fallout 4. If you haven't heard of this game already, it's become one of the most anticipated games in video game history. Here's a little info about the game.
Fallout 4, the fifth major installment in the Fallout franchise, and is the largest game that Bethesda has ever produced. Originally, it was Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. Fallout 4 will run at 1080p and 30 frames per second on all of this year's platforms, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. Bethesda has even stated that the PC version is not limited in any way, meaning that the PC will be played at a higher resolution or frame rate than the Xbox and PS4. During E3, GameSpot had gotten an interview with the director of the game, Todd Howard. During the interview, he had revealed that the development team has rebuilt the first-person shooting system in Fallout 4 to make it more viable for players that aren't fond of the VATS system or mechanics. I went out to find more information about the hype surrounding Fallout 4 to see why everyone was so excited. I talked to Connor Farrell to see what his thoughts about Fallout 4 was.
I'm probably going to scream a lot because I am very happy. And then I will proceed to play the game in the most dumb way possible.
I also talked to Carson Sword, the vice president of Games Club, on his thoughts of Fallout 4.
Customization is a big part of the Fallout games. Your choice to do what you want to do, and exploration. Obviously, a giant open world game like that, there's so much you can do. The possibilities are endless.
Fallout 4 is out now, so collect your copy today.
Are you one of the many who are curious about the audio-video production classes here at CSHS? Here's Carolina Okada.
AVP stands for Audio Video Production, and here we produce audios, videos, and photos. I sat down with Mr. Green, AVP teacher, and his students to find out more about AVP.
Hi, my name is Stephen Green, and I am the audio video production teacher here at College Station High School. I think that audio video production is a worthwhile class and also a career, mostly because of the world we live in today. I think that if you know how to produce those things well, videos, audios, photos, any kind of graphic design, that kind of thing too. I think if you have those skills, then you're a lot more marketable in almost any job market just because you have that set of skills that everyone needs in some way.
If it's what I want to do, I am leaving.
Even if you don't feel like you're going to pursue movie making or broadcast TV or something like that as a career path in the future, being in the class will still give you a lot of great skills, be that camera operation or Photoshop or video editing or animation even, and that kind of thing.
AVP is a really worthwhile class because you get to meet a bunch of people who love to do the same thing as you, and it really puts us together and you can just make a ton of great stuff.
Do the work. If you're practicing, if you're creating things all the time, then you're only going to get better. So the best time to start is now or yesterday.
This has been Carolina Okada. Thank you for watching KGRS.
Today's weather is slightly colder than normal, dipping down to a low of 44 and a high of 66. Expect weather to stay relatively the same over the next few days until Monday, getting slightly warmer with a high chance of thunderstorms. Back to you, Jordan.
Thanks for the information, Thomas. A few weeks ago, the Lady Cougar volleyball team took on their rivals, the CSHS Tigers, ending in victory. I set out to interview members of the team. During an interview with Coach Kimberly Sveen, I asked what the greatest threat to the team would be for the season. Her only comment was that, based on the playoff brackets, our biggest challenge would be someone from our district. Next, I sat down with Kaylin Wutan, a member of the Lady Cougar volleyball team. When asked of the season's greatest struggle, she replied losing our coach last year, not knowing who would come in and help us, which led me to Coach Kristen Grimes. When asked the same question, her response was rearranging and editing the lineup for the team and finding the best angle. We also took on the AMCHS Tigers in football in a very close football game. Here's Thomas Archer with his personal report.
A few weeks ago, the College Station Cougars faced the A&M Consolidated Tigers, renewing their rivalry. So I decided to ask Coach Steve Huff on how he thought his team did.
I think physically we played well. That was one of the things we talked about going in the ball game was playing physical and trying to be the more physical ball team. I think every week you try to do that, but I think Friday night we played pretty physical. You know, we made three huge mistakes in the second half. We had 2 fumbles and an interception. That's where the momentum came from. We gave those turnovers, and you know, fortunately our defense played well enough to keep more points off the board. I think it's 2 weeks in a row for us. The defense has played really well late in the ball game, you know, and we'd like it that way. With we have good senior leadership especially in that secondary area, and I think that the kids up front got a good push. You know, that makes a big difference. You know, but again, you know, we'd rather not put it in that situation. You know, definitely need to improve on that. But defense did a great job again. You know, it's a rivalry game. You know, both teams could be. You know, 8-0 going in the game or 7-0 going in the game or 0-7, it wouldn't make any difference. I think that's going to be a rivalry game. It's going to be a game that you always, you know, look at it as a fun ball game because of proximity, obviously. But it'd be hard to say, you know, looking a year into it. You know, I think they've got a lot of kids coming back. We've got a lot of kids coming back. So, you know, hopefully it means something when we play again that time next year.
The Cougars are currently progressing throughout the playoffs.
We'll be right back after this short message.
Be considerate. Use headphones.
It's important for students to know how important washing your hands is. Using too much hand sanitizer can be a bad thing, as hand sanitizer doesn't get rid of the dirt and grime under your fingernails. Nurse Cecilia recommends washing your hands every time you go to the bathroom and wash your hands for at least 15 seconds. And wash before you eat. Nurse Cecilia also recommends using soap to prevent the spread of germs. The presidential campaign for 2016 is coming up soon. We wanted to know what the Cougars thought about it. Here's Hannah Brister, your woman on the street.
Hey Cougars, my name is Tana. With the presidential election coming up, I decided to ask you how you felt about it. Here's what you had to say.
I side with the Republican Party. I would go with Ben Carson first, but I feel like Donald Trump has good energy towards the party.
I'd say I side with the Democrats more than anything. I'm more of a Democrat than a Republican. Bernie Sanders is a god and everyone should love him. He approaches it less from a politician standpoint and approaches it more from what can I change for the better. Bernie Sanders also, instead of most politicians, instead of like pushing out the Republican Party, he's like, let's bring ourselves together. He wants to bring the Republican Party in. If I could vote, I would definitely vote for Bernie Sanders. I'm not sure if I made that clear, but Bernie Sanders all the way.
So I'm a Republican. I plan on voting for Donald Trump, who has done very well with his businesses. I feel like we'll do a really good job of bringing the nation back out of the hole we dug ourselves. His foreign policy also seems like a really good idea, especially with the wall.
I am a Democrat. As far as candidates, I think that Carly Fiorina is the strongest Republican candidate. And I think Bernie Sanders is also the strongest candidate for the Democrat run. Although Carly is a Republican, I believe some of her views and how she says she's going to fix our country and some of her beliefs will help us a lot and benefit our country. As far as Bernie Sanders, I think all his points are also very strong. But the one thing that he did lack in the debate is he elaborated on what was wrong with our country, not necessarily how he's going to fix it. But I still think that he's the strongest Democrat candidate there is.
And that's all for Man on the Street.
Here at College Station High School, we have many involved students. Here's Alyssa Pinnell's student spotlight of Brianna Soltis.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Pinnell, and today I sat down with senior Brianna Soltis to talk about all of the activities she's involved in.
My name's Brianna. You look at me, you're like, Brianna? No, that's B. I'm involved in a lot. NHS and student council. I'm big in choir and theater. I've recently joined GSA. I'm very much a people person. I work well with others. I love the different varieties of people because in each group that I'm in, there's not the same people, they're all different. But I've done choir for the past 6 years of my life. I've always been involved in music, and I think that's my forte. It's kind of what I want to do with my life.
Next, we sat down with theater director, Ms. Creel.
I've known Bea since she was a freshman, even though it's my first year here recently. I taught her when the school opened. She was Snoopy in our very first musical. She has been in every show that I know of. She was in the recent Anatomy of Grey, and I hope that she'll be in the rest of the shows for the year. She creates these characters that are well-rounded and deep, and she thinks in the moment, and she surprises me every time she's on stage with something new. I don't think she doesn't give up on herself, she doesn't give up on anyone else. She is not satisfied unless it's her best product.
This has been Alyssa Pinnell. Thanks for watching KGRS.
At Texas A&M, a former student, Caitlin Corbello, is now radio editor for Fusion FM. Fusion FM is a radio station ran by students from Texas A&M. Caitlin Corbello pitched the idea for Fusion FM when she was a student. Her teacher, Billy McKim, loved the idea and ran with it. Frito from Canyon 95 is also helping with the program. Fusion FM plays a genre not heard of by many, divergent rock. Divergent rock is a genre of everything. A little bit of rock, jazz, pop, rap, and every now and then the top 40s. Fusion FM can be found on 95.1 or 2. Do you like playing ping pong? Have you ever wished that there were more opportunities to play it, like maybe a school club? Colton DeSalle has some exciting insight to show you what the ping pong club is all about.
Oh hi, I didn't see you there. Join me today as I explore one of the newest and most fun clubs at CSHS yet. Let's go play some ping pong.
I feel like the main mission of ping pong club is fun. It's an awesome sport. Everyone here is chill. Everyone loves to play ping pong. So went up to Miss Sanders, said ping pong club.
Came to me and asked if I would start ping pong club and if I would help be his sponsor. And I said, okay, Jared, as long as you stay out of trouble and you keep your grades up, then I will help you start ping pong club.
At this point, we probably have anywhere from 20 to 25 members that will show up every Wednesday.
So it really was big even at our informational meetings. We had 2 full meetings, a Tuesday and a Wednesday after school one week. And ever since then, we've had really regular attendance.
I do see it getting bigger and being more fun as an after-school club. I also want to, expand a competitive aspect to the club, play against, schools like Consol if they have a club, so we can just crush them in more sports than we already have.
If you're not already, make sure to check out the ping pong club and definitely get involved. I'm out.
This has been Jordan Bealey.
And I'm Carolina Okada, and thank you for joining us on our first newscast of the year. See you next time, Cougars.